while you're going through this experience in life and everything's looking up, and you are, obviously setting yourself up for the future, a tragic event happens. 2011, right? Somebody you love dearly, your friend, Irvin Coley's gunned down in North Richmond.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you when you got that call, and what was that experience for like?
I was at the house. I was staying on 15th at the time.
Mm-hmm.
That crushed me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause me and Irvin wasn't hella close when we was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I seen him in the hood. You know what I mean? Seen him around. I always respected him because he was a youngster hanging with the older cats, and he was mature for his age. He was kind of like cool with everybody, but he also was a solo type person.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was getting money, but he wasn't hella flashy. I didn't see him as being flashy. He looked like regular little white tee, little pants, little shoes. He wasn't hella flashy, but he had a pocket full of money, and I admire that. Don't get me wrong, I admired the ones who was out there fly too, but I just admired the fact that he was so young with so much money, but he was just carrying it like he was chilling.
Mm-hmm.
We found out we was cousins after one of my uncles had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't go to the funeral, but he did, and he saw my name in the obituary, and he asked his pops. His pops like, nigga, that's your cousin. I found out that with him in summer school at Richmond High, we was in world history class together. He was like, man, why you ain't go to your Uncle Ned's funeral? I'm like, cuz, man, my pops ain't go. I don't know. I ain't feel comfortable. He said, man, bro, woo, my pops said, that's your cousin. I'm like, what's up, cousin? He cousin. So we started laughing. So for every day in summer school, we was with each other.
Yeah.
So that's why our relationship really developed then. Then I say, this was probably like 05 or 06. I say fast forward. My grandmother had passed away 2011, a few days for my birthday. I already had a trip booked to go to the Bahamas and then to spend like a week in Florida. So I knew by the time I get back, they would have had the funeral. I was gonna miss the funeral. So I was pissed off about that. So on my way back, he called me, where you at, cuz? I'm like, man, I'm out of town, bro. Man, when you get back, hit me. I got back hella late. They messed up my luggage. I ain't call him. He hit me the next day. I told you to hit me as soon as you touched down. I'm like, bro, I touched down. It was late. I don't care, bro. I said, hit me. What you doing? Man, I'm doing this, doing that. He said, man, come see me. Next week, I come out there. I come spend a day with him. We chilling. We chopping it up. We walking around. The whole thing. You feel me? He told me I was finna leave. My pops was coming to pick me up. He told me, man, come back, come fuck with me. I'm like, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna hit you. Cause I wasn't hanging in the hood like that as much. Something told me like, I wasn't gonna hit him right to come back. So I knew he was gonna want me to come back out there. So I'm like, I'm gonna hit him in a couple days. Couple days go by, I'm gonna hit him in a couple days. So I'm like, man, hit him. He said, hit him. I hit him. I ain't hit him. Then I got the phone call like, probably like 12 days later. Like, somebody came through, they killed him, shot him.
In North Richmond.
In North Richmond. Cold part about it was, when I was walking with him, we walked to the corner store. Then we was finna let's walk to the projects. And I'm like, I ain't been out there in a few months. And it's a lot going on. So I'm like, bro, you sure it's cool? We just walking around here like that, boy? Yeah, bro, it's good. I mean, you know, it's a shooting every once in a while, but it's every blue moon. It's been quiet, though. He turned out to be the first murder of the year. 2 weeks later.
After he said that, too.
After he said that, bro. Everything I love. And that's why it hurt, because it was like, one, I was just with him. Two, he said that. And then three, I could have been with him. It could have happened then, and it could have happened the next time I would have been out there with him. If he asked me to, hey, bro, come. You feel me? We was chilling. So with those three things, we was just like, one, this is why I don't be out here like that. Feel me? And then two, it was like, something told me not to come back out here. And then three, I felt guilty because it's like, you should have called him. You know what I mean? even though we had a beautiful last time with each other, it's still like, you should have called him. You know what I mean?
How do you deal with that internally?
I'm dealing with it right now. Just thinking about it. I don't think about it often, but it's like you feel guilty. At the time, I wanted retaliation because it's like me and him, we ain't grow up like cousins. We was familiar with each other, chopped it up a little bit in the street, but we ain't. But the few years that we acknowledged each other as like, oh, that's my cousin. He treated me like that. You know what I mean? It's people who I grew up with don't show that same enthusiasm when they see you. Talking about family you ain't seen in months, weeks, a year. You see them and it's like, you know what I mean? They act like y'all woke up in the same bed or something. They tired of seeing you. They don't show no enthusiasm. Him, it didn't matter. He'll call you out the blue. What's up? What you doing?
Right.
When you out here, when you come here, come to see me.
Right.
Type thing. You feel me? So it's like that kind of messed me up. I felt like I needed to respond violently because of that. You feel me? And then when you're hearing other people taunting by laughing and mocking his name in diss songs and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like it made me boil inside. But then another part of me was just like just reflecting on our relationship and our conversation of what he told me when I told him I came back from the Bahamas and asked me about my poetry and what I'm doing and my plans and script writing and all of this stuff. And he's like, bro, keep doing that. You feel me? Go far with that. It ain't nothing out here. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing out here for you, bro. Don't let nobody tell you can't go wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? Don't be confined to this. Like the world is out there, man. Go do that.
Right.
So I'm just reflecting on what we talked about, and then in my mind it's just like I'm gonna just try to do my best to make his name bigger. You know what I mean? Yeah. By just me doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So that was a hard one, but I'm still dealing with it. Like even thinking about it right now, it's kind of like irritating because it's like, damn, bro, I should have called it. Because then you find yourself in the same type of cycle where it's like, you know you should call your granny. You know you should, let me check on such and such. Let me tap in with such and such. I'll get to it. I see they doing their thing. I'll get to it. But it's like, no, bro. And me, my intuition crazy. It's like sometimes I listen to it and sometimes I don't. You don't realize until the times that you don't listen to it where you be like, damn, something told me. The times that you do it, just be like, all right, whatever. But it be the times when you don't listen to it, it's like, something told me to ask or mention or suggest or just be adamant about something.